Hi, Mark Olsey here. Thought I'd share with you a little bit about how my year started off. It happens to me every once in a while, like it did at the beginning of this year. It probably happens to you at times too. It was the reason why I didn't get a blog off last week. I was lost. Okay, not really lost. I know where I live. But I felt lost in terms of direction, motivation, and purpose. Somehow I got off track, and it went on for days. When it happens, I feel like I get sucked into a whirlpool of emotions. The emotions include feeling despair, sometimes fear, feelings of inadequacy, insecurity, confusion, apathy, loneliness, and more. On the outside, I'm not sure anyone is aware of what's going on. Maybe a vague sense, but that's probably about all. On the inside, it's kind of like I'm in a fog. I can't see, and I don't know how long it's going to last. In times past, the fog has lifted after a few days or a week, and sometimes has lasted as long as several months, in some ways even into the years. I hate the fog. I wish I could prevent it, but it just seems to appear. I have some idea when I am prone to experiencing it, but it is not always predictable. When it comes, it can take a while for me to get back on track. The fog usually doesn't clear up until I take some time to do the following. First, I need to get away for some reflection. I need to shut all the noise out and the distraction from the outside so I can begin to comprehend what's happening on the inside of me. I'm really no different than anyone else. I hurt when people say certain things. I question what I say or do in any given situation. I question whether it's best. I long to be loved and to know that I matter. I get overwhelmed and stressed. I fear what people think. I get bored if I'm not doing something meaningful. Any or all of the above might be going on. I need to stop and take notice to understand what I'm feeling and why. So I need to get away for reflection. The second thing I need to do is I need to remind myself of what is truly most important in life. I am who I am because of who God says I am. It's not dependent upon what others say or how well I perform. I can't be all and do all things. Only God can, and I'm not Him. There is nothing more important in life than relationships with God, with family, and those who God has brought into my life. I'm here for a purpose. It's to love God and demonstrate that same love for others. So those are the kinds of things that are most important to me in life. The third thing I do is I recall to mind the last time I know I was on the right track. Someone once said to me, if you find yourself lost, go back to the last time when you know you were heading in the right direction. Then get back on track. So I take some time to think of the last time the train was running well. Usually when I do, it brings clarity. I see what I need to be thinking and doing once again. For me, specifically, I remember a time when God spoke to me through the parable of the talents. He said He has given each of us talents that He wants us to use for His purposes. I know the talents He's given me have to do with strengthening marriages and families, especially. As I sought to reflect and pray and journal on the things I wrote above, I began to once again find myself on track, to experience motivation and start moving again in a good direction. Thus, I write, I counsel, I teach, and I love those around me. And I will endeavor to do this to my best all throughout the year of 2014. How about you? What helps you when you find yourself having lost direction and motivation? Leave a comment below. By doing so, you'll help us all on our journey. Thanks.